Thanks for doing this. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, pressure's on mine. Thank you very much for being interested.
A little more than a year ago, I met John Hollis over Zoom.
Great story. I'm always happy to talk about it.
That great story that he's always happy to talk about isn't directly about John.
Most of my career is spent as a journalist.
So John Hollis spent most of his professional life telling stories about other people. And a few years ago, he wrote a book about Medal of Honor recipient Marine Corps Sergeant Rodney Maxwell Davis, who was killed in action during the Vietnam War.
It was while I was married to the niece of Sergeant Rodney Davis that I first heard this story. And of course, I thought it was an amazing story. Then once I dove into it, found, did the research, interviewed more than 50 Marines who were there that day. That's when I really unearthed this amazing story.
You mentioned you talked to several Marines who were there with him. Tell me about
interviewed over 50 Marines who were there that day.
Tell me what they told you. Tell me some of those stories that they explained.
Rodney had been in country only 3 weeks when he was killed. He arrived on August 14th, 1967, and was killed on September 6th. So some of the guys knew him. I knew one of the guys, Gary Petrus, was the assistant machine gunner, 19-year-old assistant machine gunner, had only spoken with him once. I think it was the day before. 2 grenades came in. One sailed high, made the Marines duck their heads. The other one hit another Marine in the leg and fell to the floor of the trench they were sharing. And it would have gone off and had Rodney not jumped on it and taken that blast in his own body. He saved all their lives. There's no question.
Look for much more on Medal of Honor recipient Rodney Maxwell Davis, coming soon on The Price of Freedom. Josh Rowe, Fox, Chattanooga.